Hey guys, we are live. It's been kind of a long week this week, but we are live here. We got how many people on here? We got three people, two thumbs up already. Thanks, guys. So let's get started. We got Sinful's already on here. Who else is on here? Let's see how quick we can get some people up on here. This week here, we finished up the house for the most part. We got a few other things we got to do. We got to do a little painting in the other room, and that's about it. That's why I did the video the other day to show that. And we did finish that last wall that I said was empty. That's all actually done now. So maybe within the next week or something, I'll do a video and I'll show that quick while we're talking about something else or whatever. So we are gonna have a lot of material this week, and actually we're having our expat dinner, guys, and it's gonna be on this Monday, the 19th, at Texas Roadhouse at the Evia Mall. So if any of you guys want to come, it's gonna be at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. I recommend getting there a little bit early. Everybody always shows up early to talk and everything. So try to be there like maybe around 1:15 or so. Okay. And so we got Thomas Robson on here. Neil F. Williams is on here. Um, and Neil says, I almost made it on time. Actually, Neil, we just started, so you're pretty much on time. We got, let's see, 19 people already and 10 thumbs up already. Thanks, guys. So it's been a really good week this week here, actually, with some of the videos we get out. We didn't have a lot of views, but we did pretty good with the views this week. I think because I slowed down for a while, and then I'm trying to play catch up now. So it takes a while for you to get back up to your normal numbers and stuff like that. And this week here, also going to go back and show those apartments that we showed before, the rentals there. Those are they're almost completed. They haven't done the insides, but the outsides are almost completed. So we're going to show that again. Let's see. Steve Smith is on board. I finally managed to catch a live stream. How you doing, Steve? Sinful is finally, my cough is subsiding. Being taking decongestant and garlic. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll help. Sinful says, welcome, Steve S. Jim Puccio, first time here. Welcome, Jim. Michael L is on board again, our other moderator. We have Sinfuls and Michael L moderating. I want to thank them in advance for helping out. And Michael says, good evening, Stephen. Pooping while standing is on board. I'm later than a 60-year-old grandmother's period. There we go. Sinfuls, welcome, Jim. Michael Lowersdorf. Hey, Steve, how is everything with you? Everything's going good, guys. Jimbo Al, hello, Steve, made it. I'm in Cebu right now. Welcome, Jim. Tonight we can talk about just about anything except for the usual politics stuff that we talk about. No politics tonight. We'll try to stay off that as much as we can. I had somebody commenting on my Facebook because a lot of you guys joined my Facebook, and I do some I'm pretty much free on there. I do not bring politics with me onto YouTube, but I had some people saying some stuff on there because I post some political stuff on there. I thought it was kind of funny because it's unusual, like for somebody to actually mention that. But all of a sudden, people started mentioning something because I mean, it's political season. We all kind of talk politics during the political season. But one thing I don't do is I don't take it with the channel, take it to the channel on with me. So I keep that off. Neil F. Williams, I knew a Steve Smith from Tennessee. Michael L says dexamorphin and codeine, a good cough suppressant. I don't even know if you can get that here, Michael. I'm not sure. Maybe you can. That'd be interesting to find out if you can get it here. Jimbo L says thank you. So we got 32 people, 17 thumbs up on here, and let's see. Let's get some conversation going here. Whatever you guys want to talk about. This week has been a big SRRV week for me. On the day that I put out the thing talking a little bit about SRVs, we got about 80 emails. I got about 80 emails in that day, and Mary Rose says she's swamped, so she's going to take like 2 to 3 days to answer people. So if you guys have sent her anything, she will get back to you as soon as she can. Let's see. Simple says, I never had a cough suppressant that has worked, Michael. Whooping while standing says the political memes are so friggin' funny. Lefties hate it because they can't meme free. You know what it is? I consider myself like in the middle, like center field. And I'm not going to talk politics, but I wanted to say this because I thought this was funny. Is that the left has gone so far to the left that if you're in the center, it makes you look like a right wing extremist now. You know that they've gone so far to the left that the centrists have become right wing extremists to them. You know, RLV says good PM PH holiday, no work, August 23rd Friday and August 26th Monday, long weekend for Filipinos. That's excellent. Let's see. Michael said I didn't see this one here. Um, I work for an advertisement arm of the major cable net company. Therefore, political season means no vacation or eternal overtime. Ang Hubby says buttercup syrup is good for coughs. Interesting. Simple says RLV. What holiday? Pooping while standing myself as well. Sinful's best for me is honey. You know, I saw some honey over the in Alabang the other day, and it's that honey that's really a really good antibiotic. All honey is an antibiotic. A lot of people don't know that. Um, to some to some degree, anyway. Pooping while standing. Overton window in effect. Mike Lauersdorf says, "Amen with the extremism." Craig Kleinfeld, howdy from Santa Rosa. Let's see, we got like 34 people on here tonight so far. Hopefully we'll get up to about 50. If we can keep the conversations going, guys, we can keep this going till 11 o'clock if you want to. We got 18 thumbs up already. Let's see. Sinful says, yes, but you want to buy local honey, not store processed. I agree. You know what I want to buy is some of that honey from the like that Joe Rogan was taking. I want to try that out. That would be good if you're sick or something like that, because they say it really relaxes you. You know what they call it? It gets you. It doesn't get you high, but it makes you feel good. On August 23rd, Ninoy Aquino Day, and August 26th is National Heroes Day. Thomas Robinson says hot toddy, rum, honey, and tea. Simples, hi Craig. I am from Santa Rosa too. So we got two guys, Sinfuls, and the other guy from Santa Rosa too. Yes, but the benefit of the local honey is the pollens in your environment. Yeah, it helps you build up an immunity and stuff like that to the pollens, so you don't have allergies and stuff like that. When I first got here, my allergies were like extremely bad, and they went away after about a year and a half to 2 years, I think. Whooping While Standing says Royal Jelly FTW. Mike Lonzo, damn Michael, I want to let's see party with you, cowboy. Codeine chases for everyone. There we go. I don't even know if you can get codeine here. I'm not sure. Can you, Michael? Craig Kleinfeld, how long have you lived here? I've lived here about almost 7 years. It'll be 7 years in March, so it's a long time. And Sinfuls has been here for 2.5 years. It seems like it's funny because time goes by fast here, really, really fast in the Philippines, and especially as you get older. Um, I notice that my days just fly by and the years fly by. It just goes by at a click of your fingers like that. It really does. And I'm not sure if it's because I enjoy myself more and I'm not bored, you know. Yeah, Sinful says, yes, time is flying. It just seems like I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, like a week goes by and it seems like a day, you know. And a month goes by extremely fast. The payday is just, like when you get paid at the beginning of the month, it's like over here, it's like all of a sudden it just seems like the next one's right upon you, which is kind of nice actually. Ang Hubby says codeine popsicles, springtime on a stick. There we go. Let's see. Pooping while standing says, did you ever do a video of why you chose the Philippines over Thailand? Thailand was never even on my list, to be honest with you. I chose it for many reasons because I had been here before. I had married a girl from the Philippines before, and I had a daughter with her, and I like the Philippines. Some people don't like it. You know, some people say Thailand's cleaner, Vietnam's cleaner, they're nicer, and all this stuff. They may be, but it just doesn't have the personality that the Philippines has, and they don't speak the language. Michael says, I never asked for codeine in the Philippines. Pero, I have bought DXM in Philippines before. Okay, RLV says PH Senate adamant on not adding Another PH holiday because bad for PH business. Yeah, they do have way too many, holidays here, I will say that, you know? Um, but to get back to the thing of why I never moved to Thailand, Thailand never really caught my attention. My father fought in the Philippines during World War II. His ship he had a ship, sunk from underneath him, was the USS Ward, um, and that was the one that shot the first Japanese submarine right outside of Pearl Harbor. You probably remember seeing that in the movie. I think it was Tora or something like that. I think that was the one. That was my father's ship, the USS Ward. He was on it when it got sunk, and it got hit by a kamikaze, and a ship pulled up next to it and sunk it because they didn't want it to get in Japanese hands. And the guy that sunk it, the captain on the other ship, happened to be the captain on it when it shot that submarine, that Japanese submarine in Pearl Harbor, outside of Pearl Harbor, which is an interesting story. Neil Williams, it will be 2 years this coming Jan when I started moving my stuff here. The first I visited back in '93. I'm getting like all these Lazada things here. They're sending me everything all at once. I don't know why. That's why you probably see it flashing. Michael, as for euphoric effects, not even morphine I had after I broke my hip when a drunk driver hit me gave me any euphoria effects. Just relieved my pain. Pooping Wall said it's be near if you and Rike did a video together, both great content creators. I usually don't work with other people on stuff like that. I will on occasion, but it's people that I pick. Rike is a different take on things than me. He talks more about the girls and stuff like that, and I don't talk about that much. Um, I talk about a little bit. I talk about like the psychology of things around here a little bit more than other people do probably. Thomas Robinson, the Battle of Leyte Gulf. Yeah, right off of Ormoc is where that ship sank. And Neil Williams says, "Nice sinfuls." John Sarkis says, I never had a problem with pollen or allergies in the States, but the 3 weeks I've been in the Philippines, my nose hasn't stopped running. Antihistamines only last for a few hours." Yeah, when I got here, I did have a lot of allergy stuff, and I'm actually feeling a lot better. Um, Over the past few years, I've had hardly any allergy issues. You know, so I'm trying a different pair of glasses. These are like reading glasses, but they also have they have the reading glass lenses in the bottom, and they're great though for seeing on here. I can see crystal clear on here when I read stuff. Where the other glasses, I need new ones. Let's see. Michael says there are long acting antihistamine. Read the label. Sinful says here by Citrix. Okay, so we're up to 55 people, guys. 25 thumbs up. Let's get some more people on here and get some more introductions going. Where are all you new guys from? I know some of you guys watch on your TVs. So, um, but let's get some more conversation going on here, more questions or whatever you want to talk about. You can shoot any question you want at me. And I'm hoping I'm hoping we can show, like I was talking about earlier. I'm hoping we can show those apartments before people move into those apartments. They're looking pretty good. They're not that roomy, but you saw what I did with my apartment. You can do the same thing over there. Only it would be a different setup, of course. It's much different. But if you do like a Murphy bed in there, you actually have a lot of room. You know, if you leave it as a studio, I think he's going to leave one or two of those as a studio. I'm not sure. Thomas Robson, LOL, old farts need bifocals. Yeah, sinfuls. So I did the flashlight thing for pollution in the night sky. How'd that work out? Did you see a lot of pollution? Michael L says, sinfuls, you mean Certazine. I've taken that. Citrix is cloud computing, a VM company. Paul's Asian Travels says, heading out in 84 hours. Can't wait. I remember those days, Paul, when I first come over here to live. I was excited for over a year, and it really made that year drag. So even the last few hours seemed like forever. Pooping while standing. If you had a dog, would you recommend bringing it to the Philippines? Sure, why not? it's kind of costly, but yeah, if you love the dog and you really want to take him with you. And Sinful's put up this YouTube shorts. I'm not sure what it is. And Sinful says, Michael L. LOL, yes. So, but yeah, if I had a dog and I had the money, I'd take it with me. I mean, I have a dog here. I love my dog. My dog's like a neighborhood dog. He loves everybody in the neighborhood, so he sleeps at other houses all the time outside the door. But everybody kind of knows Watson, you know. And Sinful says, most certainly I would. I would never leave my dog. Sinful's my flashlight video. Oh, you did a video? Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, Sinful's did a video showing the night sky where he lives, and he used a flashlight because it's like that's supposed to be the test. You can see the stuff in the air, so you can watch his YouTube short, guys, if you want to watch it. Patrick Glenn, do you think he's got the thing to connect to it? Do you think when you're winning by 10 runs, it's wrong to swing on the 3-0 count? Okay. David Hess, good morning, everyone. How you doing, David? John Sarkis, that's why I've been using the same ingredients as Benadryl. Ang Hubby says, not really political, but what do you think about Yulo's gifts for winning his 2 golds in the Olympics? Seems very excessive to me. I actually haven't been following the Olympics because of the stuff that was going on around it, the political junk and the woke stuff and all that. So I was like, I'm not even gonna watch it. Haven't paid much attention to anything that's going on, other than I know the United States is way ahead of everyone else. John living in the Philippines, tuning in from Quezon City. How you doing, John? I used to go up there quite a lot. Neil F. Williams, I have a dog up for adoption if anyone is interested. I have too many. Razzie Cat, Steve, I'm curious how the China tensions are doing. Are things calming down with more U.S. support and potential admin change? Um, I wouldn't say it's calming down. No, they were complaining the other day that they're going to do something because the Philippine Coast Guard was out there the other day and one of their bigger ships, and they were complaining about that. And it's on Philippine, of course, it's Philippine property. But there's a big whoosbar of who owns what and all this stuff. So we know it in the world court. Somebody has to make a decision, so you should have to follow the world court. Michael says, John, no, it doesn't. Benadryl has diphenhydramine, and cetirizine is what is in Zyrtec. Pooping while standing says the only event worth watching in the Olympics was the Aussie breakdancing. There we go. Simple's pooping while standing. LOL. Yeah, that name is I don't know. Neil F. Williams should have said I am in Molino, the Molino area. Okay. Let's see. Who else we got on here? Let's see. ROV says, Steve, you are doing good in the PH expat community here in Luzon. Thank you. I appreciate that, ROV. A lot of people don't know this, but we spend probably 3.5 hours on the phone every night with answering questions for expats, and that even goes on weekends, with the exception of Saturday night. And even Saturday night, sometimes I answer the phones. And even lately during the day, people can't reach me at night, so they call me during the day. Now we have a lot of people coming in, and we have a lot of people doing the SRRV visas, and they're trying to get all the information, and they're trying to get Mary Rose's information. And Mary Rose is going to be flooded this fall. I'll tell you right now. Actually, she's probably going to be flooded for the next few months. But I think all the agencies are going to be just as flooded. So it's just kind of interesting, because everybody's afraid of that thing that the BI put out. Neil says, should have said I am in Molino. Let's see, Steve. Let's see who else. See if we get some more stuff on here. Come on, guys. Let's shoot up some more questions and keep this rolling here. So we're up to 60 people, 35 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. But yeah, we do that. A lot of people like ask me like, what are we doing stuff like that. It's not just the videos and stuff like that that we do. It's also the SRRV stuff, answering the phones, and we help people even with airports rides and stuff like that if they want us to pick them up at the airport. We hook people up with Roland, with doctors. We check people in, in hospitals when they're sick and stuff like that. We've done that. We've actually stayed with them sometimes. Let's see. Sinful says, I saw some posts today where people have said they renewed their tourist visa online with zero issues. Yeah, after the 1 year mark, though, I heard that you can't renew online or something like that. Somebody said, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. But that was something I heard. Michael says the Olympic Committee couldn't even get their gods right. The Olympics were traditionally dedicated to Zeus and not Dionysus. I am sure I'm sure any modern followers of the old Greek gods were just offended. Thomas says, punch the like button. Thank you, guys. Seamus says, SRV, you're crazy to give that money to the Filipinos, let alone their government. Why am I crazy? It's, they're giving me a free pass to stay here, and other countries charge more. So I only pay, I paid $1,500 down and a $1,400 application fee, and I'll get the 1,500 back if I ever leave, which I doubt I will. Simple says, I think it's about the undesirables and the Chinese. Pooping while standing says, I'm getting so much hate from my family and wanting to move overseas. They think I'm abandoning them, even though I see them once every year and rarely call. Pooping while standing. That was what was going on with me too. Is that people in my family? I was lucky if I saw them once a year, and the people that I thought cared for me, and a lot of people in my family just wouldn't even put in an effort to even call me or anything. And I was kind of on my own, so I just kind of said, "You know what? Forget this. I'm just gonna move, and get out of here." And I was planning long before that, though. Frank, how's Rich in Thailand? Also, how's Gary's remodel part two? Um, Gary's house is doing pretty good. I see he's still got stuff over there. When I walked by today, I'm not sure how close he is to being done. Hopefully, I'll see him at the dinner, and I can ask him about the remodel and see how close he is. Rich is doing phenomenal over in Thailand. He loves photography. He's posting pictures over there. Um, Michael L already punched the like button. Thank you, Michael. Simple says, pooping while standing as adults, it's you're in our lives. That's right. Seamus says, thought it was 10,000, huh? No. It can be 10,000 if you have a pension and you don't have a DD 214, you didn't serve in the military, and it's 20,000 if you don't have a pension. And if you were in the military, it's 1,500 that they want. But everybody pays the $1,400 application fee. And if you're ex-military, you only pay $10 per year. And if you're follow under the other ones, you pay 360. So Thomas Robson, the Filipino P, did a video talking about the new extension policies. I did see that. And it's not really that big of a deal. Even that lawyer that she has on there, sometimes he's not as knowledgeable that as I think as you would think that he is. I think some of his stuff he's wrong on, some of the stuff that he says, or I disagree with him. I'll say it that way. I'll say it that way. Pooping while standing, true sinful. Wonder if my father will write me out of his will. Oh well, if he does. That's the thing. When a lot of people come over here, their family wants to write them off because they moved out of the country, but but yet they don't want to go over and see us when we're there. And it's kind of a funny thing. And I should actually do a video about that. And I did do a couple of videos about that a long time ago. Actually, it was a very popular video talking about how most guys that come over here are kind of like shutouts in their family, and we all have that in common, or their kids don't, or our kids don't talk to us, or whatever. A lot of us have that issue, and it's not just us expats over here. I think it's a lot of men in the U.S. We're just kind of a sperm donor and an ATM. We talked about that before. Hey, Steve, how about the benefits of SRV, college, businesses, easy travel, etc.? You want to know something? They're doing a lot of things now, and they just put out a whole bunch of stuff that they're doing. They have a photo contest. They're having get-togethers. They're even paying for your hotel rooms for some of these get-togethers. The first come, first serve. I got it the other day. One of the places that they're going is Tagaytay. The other place is um, above. It's not Tagaytay. It's I can't remember the name of it. It's up near Subic somewhere. and it's up that way, and they're having like a get together up there where there's gonna be ballroom dancing and stuff like that. It doesn't really interest me. I don't really want to go for that. Tom Ruff says basically when you move from one state to another state, you're moving to another country anyhow. The United States has let me say a country is much larger than any European country. Um, I was looking at Denmark the other day because Denmark is a small country, but then you count Greenland in on that. It's a pretty massive country. Might not be as big as the U.S., but it's still a good sized country when you include Greenland in on there. It's probably one of the bigger European countries. As a matter of fact, it might even be the biggest. I'm not sure. Thomas Robson, 35 years of being an ATM for my ex-wife. That's what I'm talking about, Thomas, is that a lot of us have gone through that, chasing after that dream of having a decent wife and stuff like that, and it just falls apart, and they take the kids, they take the money, they take the house, and then they leave you with nothing, and you have to start over, and they even take your retirement in some case, and that's what happened to me. So in 5 years, I had to work a lot to play catch up, and it's kind of rough sometimes. All of us have gone through that. Let's see. Do you know of someone who got their money back? Yes. I'm thinking they may make it a difficult process. It takes a while. Yes, it does. It takes, I think, 4 to 6 months to get your money back, but you get it back. RLV, but if you have, let me just say this: if you have a big problem, they will help you get it back faster if it's an emergency. RLV, Steve, you're one of the few vloggers telling the truth about the PH, the newbies. We appreciate that. Thank you. I like to tell both sides of the stories because a lot of people kind of paint the Philippines as like the best place in town, and it is for me. It is for me, but I see it for other people. Sometimes it's not. Let's face it. I want to move there, but my girlfriend. Uh, and Lewis says, "Thanks for your video. It's important for us." Pooping while standing says, "Both my nephews didn't even bother to let me know their wives were pregnant or when they gave birth. They did send me a link to buy them gifts." That's nice. That's the new normal, apparently. Thomas Robson says one of our states are larger than European. Most of our states are larger than European countries. Yeah, probably. You're probably right. Malik says, how hard is it to find a good, honest trainer and dietitian over there? If you're talking about like weight training and stuff like that, we have a great gym down here, and they're really good. I'm not sure about the dietitian, how that works over here. I would say you could probably find one, but I'm not sure how good they will be. I will say this, that we've got some great doctors over here. We have, my doctor here, she people call her Doctor Anna, and, she is a phenomenal doctor here. I mean, whenever I have an issue, I go in and talk to her. If I need her to write a letter or something for the VA, she helps me write it out, or for the my insurance company, she's helped me out with that too, and she's just been really, really good. And if I need help or questions or something, I walk in there, and she just is right on the money every time helping me. You couldn't ask for a better doctor for $6 when you see her. Costs $6, 300 pesos. So let's get some more questions up here, guys, from some of you newbies out there. We got, let's see, 61 people. We're gonna try to stay on till 11 tonight, or close to. Yeah, we're close to 11. Fisher Fisher Aquabit. I'm looking forward to moving to the Philippines. My family in the US is scattered hundreds of thousands of miles apart. We have not had a Christmas together in a long time. And that's kind of the way a lot of families are today, though. A lot of the kids that are in their 30s, I won't even say they're kids, people in their 30s in my family have moved. Some of them have moved overseas, and other ones have moved away to different states. Let's see, Patrick Lynn, do they have little league baseball in the Philippines? They probably do, but I don't think baseball is a really big thing in the Philippines at all. Basketball seems to be. Bijan Bain, greetings from a Boston boy in Jomtien. Okay, yeah, I'm from outside of Boston in the Lawrence area. I was originally grew up in Billerica, Massachusetts, and then I lived in Drake, Massachusetts, and I settled in Lawrence, and I was in Lawrence for about almost 20 years. But I Lawrence kind of became my home. I considered Lawrence kind of my hometown because it really I love the people there a lot. I have a lot of friends there, and people that I love back there. Really good friends. Michael L. Baseball is more of a Korean and Japanese thing. Yes. Simple says basketball, the game here. Basketball's really huge here. JPI says, "Good morning, Steve. Been watching, reading your site for many years. Thanks for what you do for folks. Thank you, man." Michael L. says, "In the Philippines, it is basketball and ping pong." I never saw ping pong as a really big sport here. In fact, I don't know of anybody that plays ping pong. I know basketball. I know tons of people that play that. Thomas Robinson says they love basketball in the Philippines. That they do. Malik Kawili says, thank you, Sinfuls. But to get back to the family thing, that is a big issue with a lot of the guys over here. That they come over here because they can have a family over here, and it's fairly easy. To your girlfriend's family kind of takes you in as family. Um, Simple says also billiards. Um, Simple says Efron Reyes. Michael L says, I know a man who coaches ping pong in Isabela province. There you go. Thomas Robson's, they have paintball also. Paintball used to be my favorite sport when I was younger in my 20s and 30s, especially in my 20s, man. We played some really heavy duty paintball games back in New Hampshire, and we had teams of like 50, and we played on a huge area, and we had a lot of fun doing that. ROV says we also appreciate Sinfuls and Michael L for supporting Steve's channel. Yeah, those guys, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do these live streams, because they really help out. Craig Jordan, Philippines has been growing a football culture of late. Yeah, they do soccer. Thomas Robson, and there are some RPG playing hobby stores. Sinfuls, ROV, thanks. Michael L. Walang Unaman, ROV. Let's see. Smith says the ads are frequent this morning. I set it on moderate, okay? I think that's fair to everybody because you can go conservative, moderate, and then you can like high frequency or whatever it is. Like it. So I set it in the middle for the ads. It kind of helps the channel, guys, and that's the only way that we make any money off this channel. We don't, because I don't put anything on here to ask you guys for money. So, pooping while standing. Have you watched Tucker Carlson's latest video on big pharma, FDA, health insurance CEOs, and how they profit on poor diet lifestyle to make you dependent on permanent medications? I have not. I have not. Andy Omar is on board. He says table tennis is huge. My bro-in-law is a player. I've always bet on him. LOL. Let's see. Michael L says in the Port Bar in Manila Hilton, there's always soccer games on the video screen. Andy, whose picture is that in your thing? Because somebody commented on that today with me earlier. They said that your picture is different than you, and it doesn't look like you. I don't know who it is, unless you. Let's see. RLV, Sinfuls, Michael L, love from PH. Craig Jordan, also Taekwondo is popular in the Philippines. Actually, at the mall here, guys, Taekwondo is huge here at the mall here every Saturday. And when I go walking over at the mall, they have two groups of Taekwondo, older group and a younger group. And it's kind of interesting. Smith, no worries, just skip them. RC in Jacksonville, hot in Palawan, Steve. How's it over your way? Today was a very, 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 very hot day. In fact, the AC was I had to move the AC from the usual like 25 all the way down to about 23 or 22 and put that fan on because the living room was getting hot. We're actually going to put another AC unit out there soon. Let's see. Simple says being warm in the day and not cooling at night as much. Any Omar, it was a guy trying to troll me off YouTube. I found his identity and location, family, and this is him, Mr. Principe. Okay. Pooping while standing, it's lengthy, but very worthwhile of your time. I work in population health and learned a lot. Michael L., pooping while standing, that is BS. It is lack of knowledge that screws over people. Basic knowledge of biochemistry and pharmacology goes a long way. Seema says, basketball. Yeah, my last visit over, I gave Honeyco's friends some Boston Celtics merchandise. Talk about appreciative. You can get those Boston Celtics shirts here, and they're actually pretty good. They're not that bad. Um, they're not like the real ones. You can tell that they're knockoffs. But I have them for wearing around the house, and I actually like them because they're cheap. And they're cool too. So, Smith, is it hard to find private tutors for children? Probably not. You could probably hire a high school kid or something like that. A college kid, and they'd probably do it. JPI, yeah, basketball, volleyball, and badminton. Let me get back to the tutor thing. You could ask the teacher if she's willing to teach for like an hour or something like that. And some of those teachers would love to do that extra hour or whatever and get that extra money. So, and if you tell them that you're going to pay them, they'll most likely gladly do it, and it wouldn't cost you that much. For us, it doesn't seem like a lot. To them, it seems like a lot. Thomas Robinson's Ennio Omar is catfishing. John Fetchko, hi from Cocoa Beach. Ennio Omar, he. Let's see. Who else we got on here tonight? We're up to, let's see, we still got 60 people, 47 thumbs up. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. This is about our average lately. Is anywhere we average anywhere from like 45 to like all the way up to like 100 we had one night. So it changes from and I'm thinking about throwing in a couple of surprise ones maybe within the coming month. Um do some surprise live streams on here just for the heck of it. Do it at a different time or what have you, and see if we can get some newer people to come on here. Because if I tell them during live stream, hey, we usually do Saturday nights, maybe we can get some more people on here. Pooping while standing, Michael L. Please watch it. What you said is what they speak of. Joseph Sasson, Steve, why do foreigners get blacklisted in the Philippines? It could be anything. Most of the times it's stuff for doing stupid stuff. Maybe you can get blacklisted for overstaying for a long time. I think that's the biggest one, but you can have that lifted fairly easy. Okay, but most of the stuff is just bad behavior, stupid behavior, things like that. But the biggest one is overstaying your visa. Okay, and we have quite a few people that figure, well, I'm going to stay here the rest of my life, so I don't care about any damn visa and paying visa fees. And the Philippines does care because that's money that they lose if you stop paying. And you can't blame them for getting ticked off. Because I'd be a little ticked off, if I was the top and somebody from another country comes over here and doesn't pay their dues. Frank, how much locally for a helper, cook, cleaner, shopper, 1 day per week? I don't know. I would pay somebody probably 600 to 1,000 pesos a day to do that. Um, just make sure you cover their wages as far as like travel too, so you give them a decent pay, especially if they're paying travel fees from far away. Yeah, Sinful said for overstays, slander, criminal acts. Those are the biggest ones. Insulting the Philippines, insulting the people here. We have one particular person out there. There's a couple of vloggers out there that are terrible for stuff like that. Just constant and chronic, and it's the stuff that the way they treat the women and stuff like that, and people put videos of them doing such things, but it's disgusting. ROV says climate change is really hitting hard because August in the Philippines in the 70s and 80s is crazy. Rain rains now it's dry. It's kind of weird that we're getting thunderstorms off in the distance here. We can hear them every day, but we never get them. Thomas Robson live streaming Saturday night for you Saturday morning. Yeah, we do Saturday nights every Saturday night at 9:30 for you guys that are just joining us. We're almost like clockwork on here unless I decide to take a night off or if I got something going on or my internet's on the blink. Thomas Robinson says you us for US. Yeah, it's Saturday morning in the US for you guys, but I might do some during the day, or maybe do a morning one or something like that. I want to try to catch some people from the UK, possibly Australia, Sweden, Germany, stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. Even if we have like 30 or 40 people on there or 20, it'd be worth doing it just to reach out to them and let them know. They can pop questions on here and find out about the Philippines. Simple says you should try Sunday morning for a Saturday night, Steve. We could probably do that, Sinfuls. If you want to do it sometime, maybe next month we can try it. Either you or I need either you or Michael or both of you on there. If you guys want to try it sometime, I'm willing to get up in the morning. Not tomorrow though. We'll do it sometime maybe next month or something. Kev Boku says greetings from Western Massachusetts, out delivering my mail route, thinking of retiring and moving to the Philippines. So we got a postal man out there listening to us. That's pretty cool. Western Mass is beautiful. Um, there's a guy out there. What's it called? He calls it Trout something. Trout and Coffee. I think it's called Trout and Coffee. I haven't watched him in a while, and he's out in Western Mass there, Kev. And if you get a chance, look that up. I think it's called Trout and Coffee, and he has a really really good vlog. Beautiful photography, the best photography you could ever ask for, and the stuff that he talks about is very interesting. And just his life, man. This guy has an incredible life. It's a normal it's funny, it's a normal life, but it's just so interesting. He has, like, this beautiful life out there in Western Mass. He's kinda made a really good life out there. I mean, I was thinking about living in Upper New Hampshire, and I actually used to up in Berlin, New Hampshire for a while, and he lives the life that I wanted to live up there, but, he has a lot more money than I had when I was doing it. I lived in a log cabin up in Berlin, you know, and I lived up there for a whole year, and it got kinda boring up there, but this guy's got all kinds of vehicles and everything, just a cool lifestyle, and does a lot of hiking. Um, let's see, Kev Boku, greetings. Let's see, we did that one. Pooping while standing. Tucker interview. I like Tucker. Michael L. Trout are delicious. Yes, they are. Let's see. Sinful's put it up there. Trout and coffee. Great, great guys. Check that out and subscribe to that guy. It's very interesting. And if you have a big screen TV, watch it on that because the photography that this guy has when he's watch one of his fall ones it's during the fall or one of his mountain ones. He just does a phenomenal show on there. He's probably one of the better vloggers out there from New England. Probably the best vlogger from New England, I would say. Certainly from Massachusetts. Fun L1F3, another postal carrier here working and listening in Minneapolis. Wow, we get the post office on here tonight, so that's cool. You guys leave with a pretty good pension when you leave, I would imagine, and that would go a long ways over here, guys. Pooping while standing. I love my self reliance. Great videos. I also love my self reliance. I never heard that one. I watch Van City Van Life. I like him. There's another vlogger. He lives up in Canada, and then I watch that guy, Steve Wallace, Wallis. Steve Wallace he's phenomenal. He's got a really really good vlog, and I think he has over 1 million people. And what he does is he does stealth camping. Very very good show to watch from over here because it's kind of fun, and it would make a great TV show too because he picks these places. Stealth camping in a police parking lot, stealth camping behind Home Depot, and he never gets caught. I haven't seen one where he's ever got caught stealth camping or getting arrested or something. Um, what's sad is the guy had his wife die, and is he was really really close to his wife. His wife was the one that dropped him off, and then would come back and pick him up. And then his best friend passed away. Like it was, and he's like my age, and I'm like, man, this is horrible. This guy's going through hell. Tom Smith says, "Hi, Steve. Do you see yourself living anywhere else in the Philippines down the road?" Tom, I don't think I would move from here. But if something happened and I had to move from here, I'm not sure if I would stay in this area. I would probably go to like Sikihor or something like that if I had to leave here. And I would definitely change my style of living. Um, I'm not sure what I would get for a home or anything like that, but I would definitely. go to someplace different. I think as long as I would try it out first, see if I liked it, and if I liked it, then I would just move everything there. I'd probably get like a storage facility or something to put all my junk in, and then move everything. But I'd definitely check it out. Um, Tom Smith says, "Hi Steve, do you see it?" Let's see, we already did that one. Jeeves Winston, a 30-year-old trust kid playing in the woods. I don't think he's on any trust or anything. If that's what you're talking about, he has a job and he runs a trout and coffee business. He makes a lot off his vlogs. I can tell you that right now. Pooping while standing. If you like Steve Wallace, you'd love Self Reliance. I like Van City Van Life too. He's pretty interesting. If you guys like camping out and stuff like that. And there's another guy up in Canada. I can't think of his name. He has a beagle or something like that for his dog, if I remember correctly. And he climbs. He does mountain climbing, tremendous, big, huge mountains too up in Canada. ROV for the first time is trying out the PH. Speak very, very slowly to the local masses. Yeah, I talk fast still, and some people don't understand me. Michael L., there is tempting places from Singapore to Tokyo. Yeah, there's some beautiful places here. As far as me, though, I'm on the SRIB, so I'd want to stay here. I might, I may someday go back to the States, but I'd only go if my girlfriend can go. So, pooping while saying, yeah, Steve's old boat captain was a good dude. Rest in peace. Thomas Robson. When I was a teenager, I loved going canoe camping trips. There's also the guy Back Roads and Backwaters. He's really good too. I think it's Back Roads and Backwaters. He's also a subscriber to the channel. Yeah, Foresty Forest, J Mac. You're right. Foresty Forest. Foresty Forest is a really, really good um, photographer too. He's really good with the camera. Kirk, hi Steve. You mentioned storage. Is self-storage expensive around Manila? No, it's not that expensive. Justin, the guy up further, he uses self-storage, and there's a couple of other people that do also. And actually, if you want to go into business, let me tell you a business for you guys. All these guys come over here and they want to do a business with the jeepney or sorry, so and they all lose their money. If you want to start a business, go to a place where there's expats. Start either a storage facility or a storage locker. Do like a storage locker facility and a storage facility where you can store big stuff, but also like suitcases and things like that. And you charge them for those, and then do like a mailbox, etc. type thing, and where you have post office boxes. And I guarantee you will make a ton of money off of that, and mail packages and stuff like that. Especially if you're in an area where there's expats. So, see, Michael L. Coca-Cola spotted right there. I know everybody always says that about Coke. I drink a lot of Coke. Pooping while standing, LOL, just gonna recommend Foresty Forest. Um, they were saying that the people that live in those countries where they live to be 100, they were interviewing them, and almost all the people that live to be 100, all of them said that they don't drink soda. So I found that funny. Michael L., what about climate controlled self storage? Yes, Michael. Yes, they have it. It's in Manila. I think there's one in Pasay. I don't know what they charge. I'm sure you can find them, but they should have one. They should put these up in Dumaguete. I don't know if they have them there or not. They should do the mailbox type thing or UPS store type thing where they pack stuff up for you and box stuff up for you. If you did something like that, or you have a place where somebody comes through and they want to go to CQ, but they have too much luggage and they want to throw it in a storage place there, have something like that there and advertise it heavily. You'll 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 make a ton of money. Let's see. Frank says, "Where and how is Justin?" Um, Justin's still living up for. He just got back from the States, and just for you guys that don't know, Justin used to be one of the contributors on here, just like Rich was. Um, Sinfuls, Michael L. There is a climate controlled place in Manila. Let's see. Crazy Crypto Gary. Good evening, Steve. How you doing, Crazy Crypto Gary? Jeeves says, what are the basic rules for expats opening a business? It's got to be 60% owned by Filipinos. Filipinos. Okay, so if you can get some people that you trust, and you could write out something with an attorney that you have all the rights to make all the decisions and stuff like that, and that they cannot touch anything or any sales thing. I would have it protected and have them sign something that they can't do this, this, or this, and make sure the attorney puts everything in there so that they can't touch anything until you pass away or whatever. And it's all because they own 60% of it. You know what I mean? But you got to be really, really careful. Thomas Robson, are you into crypto? Um, sometimes. I don't think crypto is a good thing to be into right now. Andy Omar says Trout and Coffee. You can tell that's a pro camera and post processing is very detailed and scene by scene. That that is a lot of good editing. Yeah, Andy, he does phenomenal editing. The stuff that the music, everything that he has in it, he just does a really, really good job. And it's kind of fun to watch. It's almost like you're stepping into his life. He does a ton of editing, and he makes some good money off that channel too, and selling goods and stuff like that too, shirts and everything. Fish on an aquabid. Anyone here rent out their house for a year or two before moving to the PH? There are people that do that. There are people that do that. Yes. Crazy crypto Garo. Yes, go crypto. Pooping while standing. Would you bother shipping a high end desktop computer or just selling and buying new? Well, it depends on how high end, first of all, and if it's worth it to you. Because if you got all your stuff on there, obviously it's not just the price of the computer; it's also the stuff that you have on there that you need. Um, I would say ship it. Yeah, if you need it, otherwise just buy one. I mean, I have a Mac and I love I'm on my Mac right now. Crazy crypto the best asset to be into. Sinful says pooping while standing, pack well in a Balik Mayan box. Fun says, are there islands in the PH that are known for surfing? Yes, there are. Um, Siargao is one of them. I'm not sure of the other ones. I know there's other places. There's places in Luzon too, like Aurora, I think it is. Sinfuls and check in on the plane. Smith says wife is dead set on opening a gas station. I told her I'm not pumping gas for you. I don't know if how a gas station would be over here. Let's see. Thomas says I have a nice Nikon camera on my tripod. I only use it with my cell phone because I'm no longer set up for editing because I ran away from home. I don't like the editing. Like I just shoot and post. And I've always been that way. Editing takes up a lot of my time, and I'm retired. So, Crazy Crypto Gary, want me to come on your cast someday and talk about crypto? Um, I don't really have too many people come on and talk about stuff like that. Crypto is not something I think we have a few people on here that might watch it, but I'm not sure. Um, if you wanted to, it's up to you. If you came here, I'd let you talk about it. Simple is also Kentu Duanes. And Slick 66, our plan is for 2025 is to stay based around Manila for 6 months to a year, traveling around Luzon and the outskirt islands to see where we want to be based permanently. That's the beauty of the PI. I tell people when you first come here, just get someplace that you like, and then use that as your spot just to travel around the Philippines. Michael else is pooping while standing. Always buy electronics in the West. Pull the hard drive or SSD and carry it. That's a way to do it too, so you don't have to carry everything with you. Michael L. Self-serve gas station does not exist in the Philippines. Pooping while standing. That's what I'm thinking, Michael L. Sinful. Let's see. Simple says I need to get my DLSR out and do lightning pictures again. Crazy Crypto Gary says back in September and I will call you. Okay, yeah, if you wanna do something to talk about, I don't have any problem. I was in, Litecoin a long time ago, and I made a lot of money on that when it popped up, when it really popped big, and I went on there. It popped up really fast too. I went on there, I saw where it was, and I said, "I'm pulling right now, and I'm selling because everybody else sat in there and it was getting greedy and says, 'Oh, I'm gonna buy more because it's gonna go higher.'" I sold and I took my gains, and then it dropped again. So I was smart in what I did at least. Everybody gets greedy in crypto, and that's one thing you shouldn't be. As soon as you make a big gain, sell. Peter Santinello is a good YouTuber to watch. Travels around the US talking from really good in my opinion. Also, Wonder Hussy, she does things and she does a pretty good she's pretty good too. She's kind of an interesting chick to watch too. She travels all over the place and she does kind of like these she's kind of funny to watch. Hoping well saying, in my opinion, crypto is like the Dutch tulip craze of this. Yeah, exactly. I have 5% in BTC, but no worries if I lose it. Would love to move to the Philippines, but have a daughter in the first grade, concerned about quality of education. Maybe one day. Um, I think that if you go to school here, I think you'll be okay. But I think you should add to the schooling that they give you here. Let them educate over here because I think that the Philippines, the people are fairly educated, but not as well as they should be. I think there should be more to it. I would definitely add some more stuff on there. Thomas Robson, I'm relatively new to crypto. Currently, I'm averaging 780 a day in profits. That's a lot of money. 700, is it 780 US dollars or is it 780 pesos? Crazy crypto Gary, Bitcoin to 100K before the end of 2024. We'll see. Civils, retired age 50, not sure what your budget would be, but there are some good private schools in my area. There's a lot of private schools around here too, by the way. And Tracy Monteras has it probably has is the town with the most private schools I've ever seen. They're all over the place. And Crazy Crypto Gary says, buy and hold. So we're coming up to about an hour, guys. We're pretty much holding steady with 61 people, 59 thumbs up. I want to remind everybody out there before we keep going. I'll wait for some more questions to come up or chat, but I want to talk about the Texas Roadhouse. I just want to like this will be my commercial for Texas Roadhouse. For you guys that want to go to the expat dinner, it's going to be on Monday, this Monday, the 19th. Okay, and it's going to be at Evia Mall in Las Piñas, Bacoor, right next to Alabang at the Evia Lifestyle Center or Evia Mall, EVIA. We're gonna be there about 1:30, but everybody gets there about a half an hour early and starts ordering then. So if you guys get a chance to come there, it's at 1:30 PM. We'll look forward to everybody, showing up that wants to show up. We usually average anywhere between 30 to 60 people. Okay. I think our high count was about 60 one time. So, and we did pretty good. We're averaging probably about 30 or 40 lately. Jeeves Winston was PH streaming and went on VRBO. So many beautiful places for 600 a month range. In the Philippines, if you shop around and you go to these other places where a lot of people don't go, you can get some nice places even on the beach for 200. In Sikihor, actually, I'll bet you they have places there for like 200, 300 a month that are halfway decent. Halfway decent, probably equal to what I have here. Okay. And I pay 80 a month here. So Jeeves Winston a month. That's that's kind of expensive though for a place. Here, I mean, you can move into like some of the places around here, some of the gated communities, and they're still cheaper than 600 for the most part. You can even get houses and stuff like that, apartments, two-bedroom apartments and stuff for less than 600 with a pool and gated communities and all everything included. Sinful's got something on here. I'm not sure what it is. Um, Retired 850 at Simple. Thanks. You're welcome. Michael, a retired 850. Find a good private secular school based on the Athenium model. And Simple, oh, the Evian link. So Simple's got the Evian link up for you guys. If you want to click on that, that tells you guys how to get to the Texas Roadhouse. Okay, so and it's a good take. Thomas Robson, 780 US dollars. That's not bad if you're doing that per day, man. You know, that'd make a nice little thing to have over here. I mean, hell, that's if you every 2 days you'd be making enough to live here monthly. Thomas Robson, I'm not in the Philippines yet. Okay. See, retired 850, Michael L. Thanks. So let's see, we got 57, 61 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. But a lot of times when people are over here when you're talking about rentals and stuff like that, people just don't get the $80 apart. They won't even look at the $80 apartments because they don't understand just a little bit of paint and a little bit of fixing, and you got yourself a really beautiful place. And like my place here, you guys have seen the videos. I've showed them. I show it quite often because I'm always changing things in here, and it's all about storage. People in Asia live small. It's all about keeping all the stuff above your head in cabinets and shelves, things like that, and hiding things underneath your bed. My bed here and the sofa bed out in the other room both have drawers underneath them for storage. And you got to have your when you live small, you got to have lots of storage. Zihun Tenet. Oh, has anyone brought their dog to the Philippines? How difficult was it? Sinfuls has. And he says, yes, I brought my dog in the avatar. Thomas Robson, I won't be able to make it. Okay, it's okay. Sinfuls, you have to put have a permit, medical clearance, and proper travel kennel. Seema says they don't understand you because you're from Barica, Billerica. See, that's my hometown back home. If you can even look up Dudley Road, Dudley Road in Billerica, and they call it the most haunted street in New England. And we used to go camping down there during the summer. We never thought of it as haunted. And as I got older, the kids said it was haunted down there. And it is kind of a scary street, but it's a beautiful street by the day because it's all farms down there and stuff. See, Michael Sinfuls, is it the same for cats? Sinful says yes. Retired 850, just weighed in 267 pounds, started at 316 pounds. Wahoo! That's good, man. If you're losing weight over here, because a lot of people come in here and they lose weight right away, for many reasons, because they're out more. They're not sitting behind a desk or anything like that, and they lose weight very quickly. Zihu Tanajo says, thanks, Sinful. Sinful says, great job. Retired 850. I'm in Florida. There we go. Now, Florida must be getting expensive. I'm hearing even in Florida, their rents have gone up where they used to be cheap before. And I'm hearing that their rents are going up, like for a 1 and 2 bedroom, they're very expensive, between what 1,500 and 2,000 or something like that. Which a while back they were much cheaper than that. I know that because I do have some people that I helped out, and they said things are going crazy down in Florida too, South Carolina too. Retired 850. To me, taxes and insurance. Neil Williams, billiards and boxing. Let's see. Jeeves Winston, the diving and Sikiho looks awesome. What a beautiful looking place. Jeeves, I was there on vacation. Let me tell you something. Sikiho was I loved it. And what I liked about it the most is you can ride a bike around there, a motorbike, and there's nobody on the roads. It's the roads are very quiet and not dangerous. Michael L says I pay 524 a month for my mortgage, 3 bedroom house, St. Charles, Missouri. That's not bad. Thomas Robson, rent a super cheap place and fix it up the way you want it. That's what I tell people. That's the way to go, man. That's exactly what I did. This place here was new when I moved in here. Sinful says also Corona area. The waters are amazing. Sir Ronalot says 600 square feet there is perfect storage, and making the best of space is key. That's the thing here, guys. If you are gonna have a place here, it's all about the space. You can walk into a place and say, "Oh man, this is a shoebox," and I get that all the time. Everybody says, "Steve, you live in a shoebox." If you've seen the apartments next to mine, they're smaller, and the people that live there, they love their apartments too. Um, and you just make it yours. It's all about making it yours and making it comfortable and making it nice so that you want to live there. And that's the thing. I made this place to be a place that I want to come home to and be comfortable. When I'm here, man, I'm in heaven. You know, I stay home a lot because I'm helping you guys a lot online, and then when I'm not here, I'm up at the PRA helping people to go through there. Calvin Williams and Steve wanted to confirm from your recent video that the PRA will accept DD 214 certified by the U.S. Embassy Manila. I'm in Georgia, and Secretary of State one apostle. They say it's a federal doc. Well, Calvin, if you can, try to get it done by the State Department, but contact Mary Rose first to see if they'll. But they are accepting it from people that live here. Okay, so I don't see any reason why they would not accept it from somebody coming from the U.S. that is having a hard time from their state. So contact Mary Rose. Her name is her information is in the description of that video that I did about SRRVs, and I would imagine she's gonna say, Yeah, that's fine. We'll accept it, but you have to make an appointment when you get here to get it." Okay, so you might want to do that back in the States when you make an appointment to go to the embassy and tell them you want to get something certified. You should be okay. Let's see, it says ads will run shortly for some viewers. It says it gives me a chance to skip ads. So you guys are going to go to an ad here in a minute. I saw your recent video showing your place. I thought it was fantastic. Great job, brother. Thank you, man. You know, it's like I said, it's all about what you want. And I had Romnick, the guy across the street, do a lot of stuff for me here. Um, let's see, Thomas Ross says, "Hell, in Little Rock, Arkansas, um, cheap. Either my rent is $8.95 a month. That's cheap. That's a good deal. You know." So we're going to a commercial. Ads inserted. There we go. So Neil says, "Go to any federal building with your original certified document, and they should apostille for you." Neil, that's not totally true. That's not true. It's mostly it. The only place that does it is the State Department and the state secretaries. There's not too many people that will do apostles. Apostles is not as common, you know, and notaries and stuff like that. Notary is different than an apostle. Simple as Thomas Robson. I only pay about 820 for my house in a nice community. It's 160 square feet. See, he's in the Philippines. He's paying 820. But Sinfuls has a beautiful house that probably back in the States you would probably pay probably like 3,000 to 4,000 a month in Massachusetts for. That's about what you would pay for that house. You know, for a house like that, set up the way it is, furnished and stuff, you would easily pay three to 3.5. Um, let's see. Zihu, I'm just gonna call you Zihu. Have a cheap place, then have more money to travel. There you go. Jeeves wins at Corona's first class municipality. CQ has fourth class municipality. What does that mean? I'm not sure. I do know. I will say this: there's some poor. There's a lot of poor sections, and that's probably what they're talking about. But they're trying to bring it up. Um, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I know that some places Wi-Fi is probably hard to get out there, and probably city water and stuff like that was is probably hard to get. Thomas Robinson, the apartment complex I live in is quite ghetto also. See, Slick 66 says, what's the proper time frame for apostle documents? Uh, one, one, 1 month, 6 months is a year okay? To get to get your documents apostilled, in most places you should get it back in a week from the state secretary. If you do the State Department, it's going to take you probably like 2 months. Okay, but the state secretary in most states, it's fairly fast. Just you put an affidavit on the front saying, and you can download the affidavit. So Tom Smith or whatever your name is, hereby swear this is a true attest copy of my pension letter from SS or my DD-214 or what have you, and or the police report that they want. All that stuff, you know. Let's see. Michael L says, James, it is partially based on population and amenities. Jeeves Winston, two-bedroom in Burlington, Vermont equals 2,200 a month. It's over. No working folks can get by here. And that's rough, Jeeves. I heard that, and Vermont's a beautiful place to live, but to pay 2,200 a month to live there, I'd rather live in the Dominican Republic or someplace like that, you know, or Belize or someplace cheaper. Philippines. You know, there's so many places much cheaper than that, but the Western countries that get going crazy. Thomas Robinson says, "Ouch, ouch, ouch," and he also says, I love paying for premium YouTube." Yeah, the ad, you guys don't get the ads. Michael L. and income. And Michael L. says he put something from Wikipedia on there. I'm not sure what he put. Oh, municipalities. He put the thing about municipalities. So, and so we got about 20 more minutes, 15, 20 minutes to go. So we've got 52 people on here, 64 thumbs up. Thank you guys. But for you guys like looking to come here, man, this is the place to save money from the second you get here. If you're making $2,000 to $3,000 a month, you could even come here and save your emergency money while you're here. Just make sure you stay healthy during that time. Otherwise, you're screwed. But just have enough money to get to start up your health insurance, and you should be good if something happens. Simple as I pay for premium YouTube from the Philippines, and it cost me like $3. Sinfuls, how much is premium YouTube um, in the US? Is it much more? I'm sure it's like 10 or 15 probably, right? Retired 850 says message retracted. Because I'm thinking about get retired 850. If on SRIB, is there a time limit on staying out of the Philippines? No, you can actually stay out of the Philippines as long as you want. As long as you keep paying your dues every 2 years, you're good. Okay. Well, a lot more, like $10 to $19. That's crazy. Let's see. 1Z says I pay about 20. So Rana, definitely make sure you're healthy and have about 5K US dollars for 1 month just to check it out. Your first month here is super expensive because you're going out, you want to have fun, you're going places, you just want to go out to dinner. Michael, I get it free with my Google Fi Unlimited Plus. However, it's $22 for YouTube Premium standalone. And you get movies with that too, right, Michael? You get like certain movies. Is it almost like Netflix? Zihu says, "Do you buy seafood at the wet market? If it's fresh, it should be good." I do not trust the wet market. I think their stuff is fresh, but it's not refrigerated, and there's no ice on top of the fish, and it sits there sometimes all day. I would not buy anything from that way unless it's in a store. Retired 850, I paid 26 for YouTube Premium. That's expensive. Um, Simple says, Zihu, if going to wet market, buy early in the morning when it arrives. See, that's the time to buy it. I just got seafood up at Olive Garden yesterday, and it was delicious. Michael L. Steve, some movies are free. Bro, not most. Okay. As long as you get something to, for that, for what you're paying. I just like having the ads out of the stuff that I watch on there because it's kind of a pain going on YouTube and watching the ads nowadays. But you have to understand that the people that are providing you with that thing, like myself, the only way they make money is if you watch those ads. So it accounts for something. I'll watch an ad if it's helping somebody. Let's see. Michael also says YouTube Premium does not include YouTube Music and downloads. See, I don't worry about that because I know that when you buy it from the Philippines, it's cheaper. So it's a better deal. Um, Simple says yes. YouTube Music. I got rid of my other music subscriptions. I I have Apple Music, and I love Apple Music. Let me tell you, it's really, really worth it, I think. It's probably one of the better better things out there. So it's great for over here because I'm a big music listener. I love listening to music. I'm a huge fan of music, and I love seeing when new music comes out from somebody. Um, but I also like watching YouTube and watching music or concerts on there and stuff. The problem is with concerts is when they cut it in the middle of a song and go to a YouTube commercial, which I've seen happen a few times on some of the videos. Let's see what else we got on here. We got 53, 67 thumbs up, guys. So we'll probably finish this off in about 5 or 10 minutes. Starting to slow down a little bit on here. I see Simple says I had a title. I had a title which is very good because it had MQA quality music, but it never worked offline as it was supposed to with my downloaded music. Sir Ronald, I bought a 43 smart TV with Wi-Fi Android OS system for 12K, a little over $200. I can't beat that, and Wi-Fi is about 1,500 a month. And Crypto Gary says, "Great session, Steve. Thank you, man." I want to mention this before I finish here that, and this helps the Philippines. I bought a thing called Concert, and it's a stereo, and it's got Bluetooth on there. And it's got the karaoke thing on you for you guys that like karaoke or your wives like karaoke or girlfriend or whatever. It's Concert, Konzert, and it's put out by the Philippines. And it's let me tell you something. The sound quality on that I think is just as good as Bose. I really liked the guitar on there. The guitar comes through so beautiful, and I'm a big person where I like acoustic guitars and stuff like that too. And it sounds really nice. So if you guys are looking for a good stereo cheap, they have a $100 one is 5,000 pesos, and another one. Both of them have karaoke, but one has better. The upper model has better karaoke, and it's 7,000 pesos, $140. So, Steve, ever do a what to pack video? Um, I think I did a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I have. Joseph Sasson says, I missed the concerts in the Boston Garden. Yeah, I saw Ozzy there and a lot of other people. Most of the time, I used to go to the Worcester Centrum. That's where I always went most of the time. And Simples put Concert, the store there. And Michael L put Philippines runs on karaoke, rice, and ethanol. There we go. Simples, I like my clips such an NAD. Geez Winston, Metallica was at the Garden last week. Friend brought two kids, $600. Man, that's crazy. Metallica's cool though. They did some good music there. Thomas Robson, what was the main reason why I got premium? I got sick of the ads. Yeah, I'm kind of getting that way too. Mr. 666 Steve, I had a season lawn pass at Great Woods for 4 years. $200 to like 40 something shows. Is that really? That's actually not that bad. Michael, I have a Bose 700 series Bluetooth headphones and love them. Can connect with two sources simultaneously. That's pretty good. Sir Ronald, geez, mostly underwear, socks, and tank tops. LOL. Kirk, is the 10K you deposit for the SRV usable for health emergencies? If you had to go home or something like that, I think they're willing. Let me put it to you this way: the PRA. A lot of people don't know this, but the PRA is willing to work with people to help people. If you're in a bad way and you need that money quick, they will do something for you and try to help you. From what I've heard, I think Mary Rose was the one that told me this, was that somebody needed money really fast or something like that, and they were able to do it fairly quick for them. They sped it up a little bit. I don't know how long it took, but it was a lot less than what you normally have to wait. So yes, they will help you. But should you use that for your health emergencies? No, you should not. You should not count on that. You need to have some sort of insurance, and you can get it through Pacific Cross from Michael Onstad, Onstad on Messenger. Michael Onstad, Onstad. You could ask him what it costs. Thomas Robson, I got YouTube music and downloads with my premium. Seema says, are you nervous about living so close under a semi-active volcano? Tal, Did it not go off at a moment's notice? What would you do, especially with asthma? I lived here. I was here during the last eruption, and it wasn't that bad in my area. We had dust outside that was pretty bad. You could see it in the air coming down. And at night we could see the volcanic ash lightning at night. Thomas Robson, you can go in a blaze of glory. There we go. Simple says, Seamus, I live right below Tal. Michael Onstad on Messenger. That's the name right there, guys. If you're looking to find out about insurance. Calvin Williams says, Steve, how much is Apple Music in the Philippines? I pay for it in the U.S. because all my stuff is registered in the U.S. I like to keep it that way. I'm willing to pay the extra there rather than do it here because I just find every switching all that stuff over is a pain, and I rather keep it in the U.S. And Netflix kind of lately has been becoming a pain because we have people here that I share with, and we all live fairly close to each other, and they've been cutting me off and cutting them off, and it gets to be a pain after a while. So Ronald, most recent Negroes Occidental went off, and I'm about an hour away, no issue. Sinful's paying only $3.49 for Apple TV, so probably about that or cheaper. I see Thomas Robson says guitar riffs. I love harmonica riffs actually. Um, since I started playing the harmonica, like I love harmonica. Um, like Neil Young stuff. I've been learning how to play that. The Piano Man, I learned how to play that. Love Me Do, I learned how to play that, and I'm about to try to. I'm gonna try to tackle Whammer Jammer from the Jay Giles band, and and that's what I want to try to tackle. And if any of you guys have ever listened to Jay Giles, I know the guy here from Boston probably has. Um, Jay Giles is a really kick-ass band, and they have the guy in there. His name is Magic Dick. Magic Dick plays the harmonica, and he plays a mean harmonica. Probably the best harmonica I've ever heard. Let's see. Simple's motorboating riffs. I mean, there we go. Neil says you would have to have land for that, wouldn't you, Steve? For I'm trying to think what you're talking about. For what are you talking about, Neil? So we're gonna finish up here in another couple of minutes here. Land for what? Are you talking about when I was talking about Sikihor? Sikihor, my girlfriend has some land down there. I'm trying to figure out what you're learning about. I mean, what you're talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here, guys. And thanks, guys, for joining us tonight. Let's see. Thomas Robinson says, "LOL." Yesterday, one of the music that jumped up my YouTube music was the dueling banjos. There we go. Watch out behind you. You know, I love that movie, Deliverance. That was a good movie. Actually, that kid was not playing the banjo in that. There's a guy behind him with his arm coming around playing the banjo. There's a big story that goes with that too. So we're gonna end it now, guys. I want to thank Sinfuls and the same for Michael. I want to thank both of those guys for helping out so much because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do this. And we will be on next Saturday probably. If I'm not on here, just tune in a week later and I'll be on here then. But we might do some surprise live streams this week. I'm gonna try to do a couple of like surprise ones. So we'll see how that turns out. 666 says love Jay Giles. How about Blues Travel? Yeah, I like them too. Can that guy blow a harmonica or what? All of them are good. Have a good night from JPI. Got to run. Thanks again, Steve. Pooping while standing. If you haven't listened to Dirtwire or Moon Tricks for harmonica, a must. Simple says, got to meet wife in the shower. LOL. There you go. She's waiting for me. That's a good thing, Simple. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys probably next week, and I want to thank you guys. So we're gonna end the stream, and we will see you next week, guys. God bless. Take care. Okay.